Welcome back to ninth class English medium students. Today we are going to learn about exercise 1.4. That means today we are going to solve the problems in exercise 1.4. So first you may observe the first question on the screen. What is there? Simplify the following expressions. Simplify the following expressions. You may observe there what is given. What is the first question here? 5 plus root 7 into 2 plus root. Already you know the properties of real numbers in previous videos. How it is root a plus root b into root c plus root d. It's a multiplication. Here you may observe there are two binomials. How to multiply these two binomials? First, take the first term of first binomial, that is 5. You multiplied both the terms in the binomial. This one and this one again. Then what you get here? 5 into 2, 10. 5 into root 5 plus 5 root 5. Again, you take the second term of the first binomial. What is that? Root 7 into 2. Again, you take root 5. That's what you get. Root 7 into 2, 2 root 7 plus root 7 into root 5, root 35. Root 7 into root 5, root 35. That's over. It is the simplify the given expression. Why? Here there is no common factors in the product. So it's over. You observe it again. First we take 5 and multiply the both the terms of second binomial. 5 2s are 10. 5 into root 5, 5 root 5. Again you take the second term of the first binomial, that is root 7. Root 7 into 2, 2 root 7. Root 7 into root 5 gives us root 35. That's over. In the same manner, you may learn the second one. What is the second one? You may write it 5 plus 5 into 5 minus root 5. How it is? It's look like a plus b into a minus b. What is meant by a plus b into a minus b? You may observe already this special product in the 7th class and 8th class. Then what you get a square minus b square. We can use that formula here to solve the given problem. Here what is a? The first term is a and the second term is b. Here first term is a and the second term is b. You observe both the same terms are there in the two binomials. Then here a means 5. Then you write it 5 square minus root, that is b, a square minus b square. Then what you get? 5 square means 25. Root 5 means you may write the root 5 into exponential form. Then what you get? 5 to the power 1 by 2. Root 5 is written as 5 to the power of 1 by 2 whole to the power of 2 as usual. Now you cancel these 2. Now what is the remaining? 5 minus 5, that is equal to 8. Here which formula we can use? A plus b into a minus b. Here a is 5, b is root 5. 5 square minus root 5 whole square. That means 25 minus 5, that's 20. Now you observe the third one. That is 3 plus root 7 whole square. How it is? This looks like a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. That is what you write, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here, what is a and what is b? The first term is taken as a and the second term is taken as b. Now what you get? A square means root 3 whole square plus 2 root 3 means a means root 3, b means root 7, 2ab plus b square, that is root 7 whole square. Now what you get? Root 3 square means you cancel the square root to the square. Now what is the remaining? Is 3. Here in the second term, both have the root symbols, hence 2 into square root of 3 sevens are 20. Root 7 whole square means here also again you cancel this square root symbol and 2 square. Now what is the remaining? 7. Here you may observe, here in the middle term it is an rational number. So first one and the third one, these two are rational numbers. 3 plus 7, then what you get? 10. 10 plus 2 root 21. That's enough. It's over. In this manner, you may do the fourth one at our home. How can you do this one? How it is? First we may write 1. 11 minus 7 into root plus root 7. How they are looks like a minus b into a plus b. Already we written the a minus b into a plus b. What is the product of these two? Already you know it, square minus b square. Then you can use that one here. Here root 11 whole square minus root 7 whole square. Then what you get here? You cancel the square and square root symbol in the each term. Then what are the remaining? In the first term, the remaining is 11. In the second term, 7, that is equal 4. Okay, that's over. Now we move to the second question. Here you observe it. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. That means you may classify the given into rational or irrational. What already you know it, which is rational, which is an irrational. Rational means the numbers which can be written in the form of p by q. Otherwise, the number which is in the square root symbol, radical symbol, that may be a perfect square, then it is a rational number. Otherwise, it is an irrational number. Already you know it in the previous sessions and the previous exercises. So you may classify easily here. First one is, you write here a rational. One second. You may do all these individually. After that, you may classify it. 5 minus root 3. 5 minus root 3. Already you know it. 5 means rational number. 3 means number. How are these? Here Q means rational. S means irrational. Okay. Q means rational. S means irrational. What do you say about Q minus S? In previous sessions, already know it. The sum of two irrationals or the difference of two irrationals may not be rationals, whether they are rationals or irrationals. So here you may find the what you get. Here 5 means you write it 5.00 etc. and root 3 means 1.732 and 0508 0508 all find the values of root 3 root 2 and so on. Now you observe what you get. This is 5, this is root 3, here 5 minus root 3. What you get? If you have so many numbers, because of it is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal, the root 3 is a, then you get here what you get. In the same manner, you may get so many decimal numbers, but they are not in a recurring position or a terminating. Hence it is a irrational number. So it is an irrational number. Same manner, you may do the second one. 3 plus root 2. What you get? Root 3 means 1.7320508 and so on. And root 2 means 1.41213 etc. 213. 1 minute. 1.4142135 and so on. Now you sum of this, what you get? 13, 4, 6, 2, 6, 4, 11, 3, 4, and so many numbers you may got. So what do you say? It becomes a, it looks like non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. Hence it is an irrational. If it is rational, what are possible? Terminating decimals and non-terminating recurring decimals. But what we get here, it is a non-terminating and non-recurring decimals. Hence it is taken as an irrational. In the, you may do the third one. Root 2 minus 2 whole square. Then what you get, how it is a minus b whole square. It looks like a whole square. What you get? Square minus 2ab plus, here what is a? First term is taken as a, second term 2 is taken as b. Then you write the expansion. A square means 2 whole square minus root 2. B means 2. Again plus b square. B square means 2 whole square. Then what you get? Root 2 whole square means here you cancel the square and the root symbol. Then the remaining base is base only, that is 2 minus. Here you may observe 2 into 2, 4 root 2. and the third term 2 square means 4. Then you observe the first and last term, these two terms are rationals. And you write 4 plus 2 6, 6 4 root 2. That means it is an irrational. Why? Because of root 2 is an irrational. 6 minus 4 root 2 is also an irrational. Hence, this is an irrational. We move to the next slide. In previous videos, already we discussed about which are rational, which are irrational, when one rational and irrationals are in addition and a subtraction and division. If Q is an irrational, S is an irrational, Q plus S, Q minus S, QS, QS are irrationals. That's the point you may note already. I write here. If Q is rational, we discussed about this all in the previous videos. S is an irrational. Q plus S, Q minus S, Q into S, Q by S. These all are gives us irrationals. We use those and say easily which is rational and which is not an irrational. Then the fourth one you may observe there 2 root 7, 2 root 7 by 7 root 7. 2 root 7 by 7 root 7. Here you observe in the numerator and denominator there are root 7 as a factor, hence the remaining terms are 2 by 7. Here 7 root 7 and root 7 in the denominator are cancelled. In the same next one. So what do you say about 2 by 7? It is a rational number. It is a rational. Next 2 pi. What do you say pi? Already you know in the previous session pi is an irrational number. Then you multiply by pi. Here pi is irrational. Already we know it. What is that? You multiplied by 2 the pi. That means you multiply the irrational number by 2. Again what you get? Again what you get? Again you get an irrational. Otherwise here 2 is a rational, pi is an irrational, like this. Q into S. Q into S gives us irrational. Next law, there are two more. Sixth one by root 3. You rewrite this one like this, rationalizing the denominator. Hence you write 1 by root 3 into root 3 by root 3. In the numerator part, what you root 3, the denominator part, that means what do you say about 1 by 3? Root 3 is a irrational. Root 3 is an irrational number. What do you say? You take the 1/3 part of an irrational, then that is also an irrational. Otherwise you can say as per the already written the right side corner, 1 is a rational, root 3 the denominator is an irrational, that means Q by S. How it is Q by S? Q by S gives us an irrational. You may write it directly without doing all this process. Here this is rational, this is an irrational. Rational by an irrational gives us an irrational. You may write it directly. Now seventh one, you may do this 2 plus root into 2 minus root 2. These two looks like a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. That means already you know it, a square minus b square. That means 2 square minus root 2 whole square. What do you say? Root 2 square? 2 square means here you cancel the square symbol and square root symbol. And in the second term, what you get to 2? 4 minus 2 is a rational. In this manner, you can say which are rational, which are irrational. Okay, that is enough. We move to the third problem. In the following equations, find whether variables x, y, z, etc. represent rational or irrational numbers. In the following equations, find whether variables x, y, z represent rational or irrational numbers. So here you may observe there are x, y, z and u, w, t. These all are variables. In the following equations, you may find the values of x, y, z and identify which is rational or irrational. So first one, it is very easy to us. X square is equal to 7. What is meant by 7? You may rewrite this one as this is equal to square root of 7. When you transfer square symbol from left to right, you may write like this. Here, what do you say about 7? 7 is not a perfect square. 7 is not a perfect square. Here, 7 is not perfect square. Then that means, what do you say? When 7 is not a perfect, root 7 is x is equal to root 7. That is an irrational. So here the x value is an irrational number. In the second one, y square is equal to 16. That implies, do you write this one equal to square root of 16? That means already you know 16 is a perfect square. Write this one 4 into 4. That means you take one factor. That means y is equal to 4. What do you say about 4? 4 is a rational. That means y is a rational. In the previous one, root 7 is an irrational. Here, 4 is rational. You may find the difference. Now, third one, z square is equal to 0.02. For our convenience, you may write the decimal form in p by q form, that is 2 by 100. That implies you may rewrite the z value is equal. When you transfer the square symbol from left to right, z is equal to square root of 2 by 100. That means root 2 by root 100. Here in the numerator 2, in the denominator 100 is a perfect square. You may write this one as into 10. Therefore, you make 2 by 10. Here root 2 is a, what is root 2? Root 2 is a rational, n is a rational. That means s by q. S by q gives z is equal to root 2 by 10. That is an irrational by rational. Hence what we get. Therefore, this is an irrational number. The Z is an irrational number. Now you move to the fourth one. U is equal to 17 by 4. That means you transfer the square from left to right. What do you write? U is equal to square root of 17 by 4. That means square root of 17 by 2 into 2. That means numerator you write root 7. In the denominator there are two equal factors. Then you take one. Then finally what you get root 17 by 2. Here 17 is a third quotient irrational. 2 is an rational number. Root 17 is a rational and 2 is an rational. Then SQ. That means what you say U equal to S by Q. S means it's a irrational number. Irrational. You may do the fifth one. That is W square is equal to 27. That implies W equal to square root 27. What do you say about 27? 27 is not a perfect square. Hence, then root 27 is a then W 27 is an irrational. Last one. Here is in the middle of the last row. I will write there. T to the power 4 is equal to 256. This may be written as like this. That implies T is equal to 4 to 256. That means you write 256 into 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. That is 256. It is 4th root of 4 into 4 into 4 into 4 4 times. Then you take 1 4. What do you say about 4? 4 is a rational. It's a 4 rational. This manner you may resolve. Okay, that's over. Next we move to the fourth question. Here you may observe there. What is the question? The ratio of the to the diameter of a circumference. C means circumference. D means diameter. In represented by pi. This ratio is represented by pi. That means already I written here. You may observe it. Pi is equal to C by D. But we say that pi is an irrational number. Why? Here already you know what is rational, what is irrational. The numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q are rationals. The numbers which are not possible to write in the form of irrational numbers. And also there is a condition, both the P and Q are integers. If it is a rational number, it's compulsory both the numerator and denominator are integers. Otherwise, it's an irrational number. Here C and D. How do you say C and D both are rationals or irrationals? For that purpose, you may read the below the statement what is in the screen, what is on the screen. As pi is in the form of ratio, this seems to contradict the fact that pi is irrational. Pi is irrational అనేది contradict చేస్తుంది. The circumference C diameter a circle are incommensurable. There is no common unit to measure both C and D. You may identify the important key point here. There is no common unit to measure perfectly both the numerator circumference and the denominator diameter perfectly. Hence, if you measure these two, you may observe whether CRD among any one of these two is compulsory and rational. అంటే ఇక్కడ న్యూమరేటర్ డినామినేటర్ ఇంటీజర్స్ కావాలి, కానీ ఆ రెండింటిని కొలిచినప్పుడు there is no proper unit, common unit to measure perfectly. If you measure it perfectly, you may observe it whether C or D, any one of these two, is always an irrational. That means a numerator or a denominator is an irrational. Finally, what we get? The ratio is always an irrational number. Hence, pi is equal to C by D is an irrational number. It's irrational number. Now, you look there. Rationalize the denominators of the following. Already we did a video in the previous session how to rationalizing the denominator. You write it 1 by plus root 2. Here in the denominator root 2 is there. That means it is a irrational. You may convert this irrational into rationalizing. How do you use to? You may rewrite the one like this, and you might take both the numerator and the denominator. You observe here what I am written. If the denominator is 3 plus root 2, we take 3 minus root 2 in the numerator and denominator. That means a by a is equal to 1, b by b is equal to 1, c by c is equal to 1, 10 by 10 is equal to 1, 3 minus root 2 by 3 minus root 2 is equal to 1. That means what I written in the value of this product is 1. You may multiply any number by 1, you get the same. Hence, there is no change if you write like this. Now, you multiply both the numerator and denominator here. 1 into 3 minus root 2. 1 into 3 minus root 2. What you get? The numerator 3 minus root 2. In the denominator, you observe a plus b into a minus b. What you get? A plus b into a minus b. What you get? A square b square. Here what is a? 3 is a and b is root 2. A square minus b square. In the numerator part, 3 minus 2, you may write as usual without any change. In the denominator, 3 square means 9. Root 2 square means you may cancel the square symbol and square root symbol. Here in the numerator, you got minus root 2 by 9 minus 2 is, that's enough, it's over. Here you may observe in the denominator it is a 7, that means it is irrational. So in the beginning of the problem, what is in the denominator? Root 2 is there, that means it is an irrational. But finally what we get in the denominator is 7. The 7 is the rational. This process is called as rationalizing the denominator. In the same manner, you may do the second one and third one. Fourth one. 1 by root 7 minus root 6. You may rewrite this one like this as usual, what we did in the previous one, into 7 plus 6, root 7 plus root 6 is equal to, in the numerator, root 7 plus root 6 without any change. In the denominator, a minus b into a plus b, that is root 7 whole square minus root 6 square. And you observe in the numerator, that is root 7 plus root 6. In the denominator, you cancel the symbol and symbol, that means 7. Here in the symbol and root symbol, that is 6. In the numerator part, root 7 plus root 6. And in the denominator part, 7 minus 6 is 1. That means we get 1 is an rational number. Okay, in this manner we may all these. You may do the third one at our home. Just I explained you 1 root 7 into root 1 by root 7. You do this one. Now I do the fourth one, that is root 6 root 3 minus root. That means you may rewrite as previous root 3 minus root 2 into plus root 2 by root 3 plus. In the previous one, in the numerator, in the given problem, is always 1. But here in the fourth one, the numerator is root 6. So you may take the root 6 and multiply both the terms in the second term here. Root 6 into root 3, that is root 3, and plus again root 6 into root 2. 2 are in the denominator part, a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b. Hence you write root 3 square minus 2 whole square. In the numerator part, you write the root 18 root 12 in the numerator. Denominator, you cancel this square symbol and square root symbol. What you get 3. In the second term, you cancel square root symbol, that is 2. Finally, what you get in the numerator part, 18 plus root 12. In the denominator part, 3 minus 2, that is 1. So you may observe here in the denominator, that is 1. 1 is an rational. Hence, this is the way the rationalizing the denominator. Okay, that's enough. You move to the next one. Sixth one, that is sixth question. You may look there on the screen. Simplify each of the following by rationalizing the denominator. Simplify each of the following by rationalizing the denominator. డినామినేటర్ని రేషనలైజేషన్ చేయడం ద్వారా సింప్లిఫై చేయమంటున్నాడు. You take the first one, right, as previously what we did. After that, you multiply both the numerator and denominator simply by, we write in the denominator, simply you change the symbol between two terms. So here you write 6 minus 4 root 2 in the numerator. You write same in the denominator also. Now you observe these two, what is in the numerator. You may observe here both the numerators are same, 6 minus 4 root 2 and 6 minus 4 root. That means a into a square, b into b square, 10 into 10, 10 square. Like that, 6 minus 4 root 2 into 6 minus 4 root 2, that is 6 minus 4 root 2 whole square in the numerator part. In the denominator part, you may observe there a plus b into a minus b. This is a and this is minus b. That means a square minus b. You know it. A means 6 and b means 4 root 2. You write those two and you put square, a square minus a square, like that. Finally, you observe what you get in the numerator of it is a minus b whole square. Already you know that. What is a minus b whole square? A square minus, you may expand this one, a square minus 2ab b square. In this manner, you may write you expand the numerator part. A is 6, hence a square means 6 square minus 2ab. That means a means 6, b means 4 root 2 plus b square. B square means 4 root 2 whole square. Which formula we can use it here is this one. By in the denominator. How is the denominator? A minus b into a minus a plus b. Already we written it. 6 square means 36 4 root 2 whole square means 4 whole square means 4 root 2 into 4 root. That equal to 4 into 4 is 16 in the square root symbol 2 into 2. If there are two equal factors under the square root symbol, you take one, that is 16. On behalf of these two, you take only 1 2 without square root symbol. That means 16 2s are 32. So what you get here, 36 minus 32 in the denominator part. Now you simplify the numerator part. 6 square means 36. 2 6 are 12. Here you may observe in the middle 2 6 are 12. 12 4s are 48. 48 to plus, already we did it, 4 root 2 whole square. What we get, 32. You write the same in the part in the third term. In the denominator, 36 minus 32 is 4. That gives us 4. Here 36 is a positive integer plus 32 is also a positive integer. That means 36 plus 32, what you get, 68 minus 48 in the numerator part. In the denominator part, write 4. You take the common, the numerator by 4. What is the remaining? Here 17. 4 17s are 68 and 4 plus are 48. That means here we take the common from both two terms by 4. In the numerator also 4. You cancel these 2 4. Finally what you get? 17 minus 12. You may write this in your notebook and you may do the remaining 3 like this. You may do the remaining 3. You may take here, just I explained to you in the second one. What you write? Root 7 minus root 5 in the numerator. In the denominator, root 7 minus root. And you multiply both the numerators in a minus b into a minus b, that is a minus b whole square. In the denominator, root 7 plus root 5 into root 7 minus root 5. That's the product is a minus b whole, a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Using those two formulas, you may simplify this one, second one. In the third one, in the numerator part, there is only one, so it is easy to us. Just what you write in the next p by q form, 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. You may simply change the symbol between these two terms. Then what to write here? Root plus 2 3 in the numerator part, and in the denominator part also you write in the 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3, and you multiply both the numerators and both the denominators and simplify them. In the same manner, you may do the fourth one. Okay, that is homework for you. Now, seventh one. What is the seventh question? Find the value of root 10 minus root 15 by 2 root 2 up to 3 decimal places. Take root 2 is equal to 1.414 and root 5 is equal to 2.236. That means here two values are given. What is the problem here given? Root 10 minus root 15 by 2 root 2 up to 3 decimal places. First, you may simplify the denominator. That means rationalizing the denominator. Otherwise, it is difficult to find the quotient. Hence, you write first like this and you multiplied it by what is in the denominator, 2 root 2. What is the part of irrational part? That is root 2. So simply you write root 2 by root 2. Now you multiply the numerator by root 2 into root 10 minus root 15 in the denominator 2 into square root of 2 into 2. Two equal factors under the square root symbol, we take 1. We may do that in the second step. Next step, root 2 you write without any change. Root 10 you may write this one is 2 into 5, 10, 2 5, and the second term root 15 may be written as root 3 into 5. Now You write in the denominator 2 into 2. There are two equal factors. Then you take only one. Now you get in the numerator part, you may observe what is in the brackets. Root 2 into root 5, root 3 into root 5. Already you know it. Root of a into b is that. You may write like a into root 3. We can use this formula. You write root 2 in, you take the root 5 common factor and you write here. After that, what is the remaining factor in the brackets? In the first term is root 2. In the second term is root. In the denominator, 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. Now here, already you know the root 2 value, which is given in the 1.414. You simply write 1.414. Already you know the root 5 value, that is also given in the problem, that is 2.26. We substitute the values of root 2 and root 5 up to 3 decimals, which are given in the problem. In the brackets, you simply write 1.414 minus 1.72, that is not given in the question. You may write it here. Root 3 value is 1.732 by 4, the denominator. That means you subtract in the bracket 1.414 minus 1.732. Then what you get? 4 minus 2, 2. 11 minus 3, 8. Okay. Here you may observe the 1.732 is greater than the numerator. 1.732 is greater than 1.414. Hence, you may write like this for easy calculation. You write the negative number in the numerator in the top line. In the bottom line, you write the smaller one. Now you subtract it. 8, 1, 2, 0. Here among these two terms, which is the greater one, the negative number is the greater one, hence you put the negative symbol, minus symbol. And now you write here, you may do the one more calculation here. 4 5s, 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 20, 4 9s are 36. So finally you write 1.414 into 0.559 into what is the value of the terms in the brackets. Already we subtract in that is minus 0.218. So you multiply these three and find the value up to 3 decimal places. That's homework for you. మీరు ఈ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేసి దాన్ని 3 decimal ప్లేసెస్కి సింప్లిఫై చేయండి. So that's enough. You may do that. Now 8th one, find solution. 8th question, first one. There are 6 questions in the 8th one. What is given? 54 to the power of 1 by 6. It looks like the exponential form. And that means you may divide the 64 like this. Factorize this one, 64. To 32 are 64. To 60 32. To 8 are 16. To 4 are 8. And to 2 are 8. 6 are 4. Now you count them. How many equal factors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means you may write this one as 2 to the power of 6. The base 64 is written as in the exponential form 2 to the power of 6. Already there is an exponent, that is 1 by 6. That means you write 2 to the power of 6 to 1 by 6. 6 into 1 by 6. 6 into, in the exponential area, you may write like this. These two are cancelled. Now 2 to the power of 1, that is equal. In this manner, you may do remaining all. I may do the fourth one. What is the fourth one? 16 to the power of 3 by 2. You may rewrite this one like this: 16 cube as base. The exponent is 1 by 2. That means what you write, 1 by 2 means, okay, 16 cube is there. What is meant by 16 cube? That means 16 into 16 into 16 as base, and the exponent is 1 by 2. Okay. Now you may observe here, again 16 is rewritten as 4 into 4. 116 is taken as 4 into 4. Again one more 16 is there. You may write for that 4 into 4, and you may write the last one also 4 to the power of 1 by 2 without any change. Here, how many 4s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4s are there. So 4 to the power of 6 as base. That means 16 cube is rewritten as 4 to the power of 6, and already there is 1 by 2 in the exponent form, exponent place. Now you write one like this: 4 to the power of 6 into 1 by 2. A to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of n. Here m is 6, n is 1 by 2. 2 ones and 2 threes. 3 ones are 3. So 4. You simplify in this manner. Otherwise, 4 cube means 4 into 4 into 4. 3 times, that is 64. Okay. In this manner, you may do the fifth one also like this. Now I will do the sixth question. That is 4, 6, 5 to the power of minus 1 by 6. Already we know one formula: a to the power of minus equal to 1 by a to the power of n. We can, you may write this one like this: 46,656 to the power of 1 by. Okay, write the numerator with any change like that. Here in the denominator, 46,656 is there. This is by 6, and I divide the given one into factors of 6. 6 sevens are 42, 46, 42, 42, 46. Again, 6 ones, 6 twos, 6 nines, 6 6. Again, 6 twos, 6 ones, 6 6. Again, 6 36. Again, 6. So finally, how many 6 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the denominator, in the place of base, what we get? 6 to the power of 6. Already there is 1 by 6 in the exponent place. So what you get? 1 by 6. the power of a to the power of m into a to the power of n, like that. M is 6, n is 2 ones and 2 threes. Then what you get? 1 by 6 cube. 1 by 6 cube. That means 1 by 216. Okay, you may do the remaining all at your home. We move to the last question of the exercise 1.4. Here, some part of question is missing there. No. There is one more question is also there. Here, ninth one, you find the value of what is given. Here you may observe this is 4th root of 81, this is cube root of 343, this is in the third term, 5th root of 32, in the last term is square root of 225. These are our first we may simplify each and every term. So first we may take one term of the equation, that is 4th root of 81. That means 81 may be written as simply 9 nines are 81. 9 is again divided into 3 threes. Second 9 is also divided into 3 threes. That means how many threes are there? There are 4 threes. So here you write on behalf of 81, you write 3 to the power of, first you may write 81 to the power of 4th root. This is a radical form. You may convert this into exponential form. What you write? 81 to the power of 1 by 4. That means 81 is already what we get. How many factors are there in the factorization? There are 4 threes are there. What we get? So the power of 4 on behalf of 81. What we get? 3 to the power of 4. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, what is in the exponent? 1 by 4. That means 3 to the power of 4 into 1 by 4. You may cancel these two. What we get? 3 to the power of 1. 3 to the power of 1 means 1, 3. And you may write first cube and 43, which is in the second term. 343. That means 43 is in the exponential like this, 1 by 3 in the exponent. 340. You may divide this one to 7, I think. 7 fours are 28. 7 nines are 63. Again 7. So how many sevens are there? There are 3 sevens. So on behalf of 343, what you write? How many sevens we get? 7 cube. There are 3 sevens. Again, what is in the already exponential? 1 by 3 in the exponent place. Now you rewrite this one, 7 to the power of 3 by 3. You may cancel these two. Finally 7 to the power of 1. What you get? 7. In this manner, you may move to the third term. What is there? 5th root of 32 is in the form of radical. And now you rewrite this one like this: 32 to the power of 1 by 5, the exponential form. How do you rewrite the 32? Already you know it. How to divide it into factors? 2 16 are 32, and 2 8s are 16, and 2 4s are 8, and 2 2s are 4. So how many 2s you get? 5. So 2 to the power of 5 to the power of 1 by 5. And you write 2 to the power of 5 in the exponential form. A to the power of m into a to the power of n, like that. Here 5 and 5 are cancelled. The exponent is 1, that is 2 to the power of 1, that means 2. You write in the same manner 2 to the 5. Already you know it. 225 is the perfect square, that is 15 square, that means 15 into 15. You may like this also, this is also another way. So 15 into 15 are 25. If there are two equal factors under the square root symbol, you take 15. Now you substitute the values what is in the first term on behalf of power of 81, what we get, that is 3. So 3 minus 8. What is the second term? Cube root 343. On behalf of cube root 343, what we get? 7. So you write on behalf of cube root 343, 7. In the third term, 15 to the power of into 5 to the power of 5 to the fifth root of 32. What we get? Fifth root of 32? The value of fifth root 32 is 2. Hence you write 52. In the last, square root of 25, 225. What you get? 50. In this manner, you may substitute what the values we got in the calculation and the simplification and substitute them in the given problem. Now you observe it. 3, 8 into 7, 56, plus 15 into 2, 30, plus 15. Now observe here, first one, third one, fourth one are positive integers. 30 plus 15, 45 plus 3, 48. The second term is a negative integer. 48 minus 50 is what we get? Minus. Okay, that's enough. Now we move to the last problem. That is, if A and B are rational numbers. In the given problem, right hand side there are A and B. These two are rational numbers. Then you find the values of A and B after calculation. The left hand side ఇచ్చిందని లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ ఇచ్చిన దాన్ని తీసుకొని మనము రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి వాల్యూని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఏ ప్లేస్లో ఎంత వచ్చిందో బి ప్లేస్లో ఎంత వచ్చిందో మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ ది వెరీ సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. root 2 in the left hand side. I am written, you may observe it. This is the left hand side of the given problem. This is left hand side. This is the given one. We take the left hand side plus root 2 by root 3 minus root 2. Then how do you find this type of values? First we rationalize them. Rationalizing the denominator. That means you may observe the denominator. What is in the denominator? Root 3 minus root 2. Simply you change the symbol between the two terms in the denominator. That means root 3. Here in the denominator it is minus symbol. You put plus. You may write the same in the denominator also. Plus root 2. Now you observe the numerator part. Root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 plus root 2. Into A square, B into B, B square. Like that, root 3 plus into root 3 plus root 2 is root 3 plus root square in the numerator. In the denominator, how is this? A minus B into A plus B. Hence, you may write this A square minus B square. That is root 3 square minus root 2 whole square. Which formula used here? A plus B whole. This is one formula. 2 square plus 1. A square plus 2AB square. One more formula is A plus B, denominator purpose, into A plus B. That is equal to A square plus B. These two required to solve this one. Numerator part, this is how it is. It is A plus B. So here A is root. So root square. 1 minute. Okay. Root 3 square plus 2AB. 2A means 3. B means root 2. Plus B square means root 2. Now in the denominator, A plus B into A minus B, A square minus B square. Root 3 square. You may cancel the square symbol, square and square root symbol in the both the terms. Now in the first term, what is the remaining base? 3. In the second term, what is the remaining factor is 2. Now you observe here, in the numerator part, these cancel. What is the remaining base? And the middle term, how it is root A into root B, that is root AB. So here root AB means 3 2s are 6. In the term numerator part, 2 Square symbol and square root symbol is cancelled. Remaining term is in the denominator 3 minus 2 is 1. Now you may observe in the numerator part 3 and 2 are the rational numbers. Hence 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 root 6. That means you may observe here what we taken root 3 plus root 2 by root 3 minus root 2. Finally what we get root 5 plus 2 root 6. So on behalf of LHS what we get, therefore 5 plus 2 root 6. Then what is in the right hand side of the given problem? A plus B root 6. A plus B. You compare these two left hand and right hand side parts. Here in the place of A, what is in the left hand side? 5. Hence A is equal to 5. And you observe in the right hand side second term, here is B, here is the place of B 2. So equal 2. Okay. In this manner, you may find the A value and B value. In this way, you may find the second question at your home. How do you do the second question? First, you may write the LHS part only. First, you take LHS part, root 5 plus root 3 by 2 root 5 minus 3 root 3 and rationalizing the denominator. You take only LHS part first. What we did in the first question. What you write in the multiplication after the multiplication symbol 2 root 5 here in the denominator minus. So here you write the plus opposite symbol 3 root numerator and the denominator also in the same. Okay. In this manner, first you may rationalizing the denominator. After that, you multiply the numerator part and the denominator part. Finally, you got a binomial like two terms like this one. Then you identify what is in the place of A and in the place of B. In this manner, you may find out the value of A and B in the second question. Okay, that is the end of exercise 1.4. You may do the homework properly at your home. You do it all these what I am given in homework. You write all these in notebook and do the homework and take a photo and put it in the WhatsApp group. Then I will correct the homework for you. Okay, that's the end of the today's class.